This is the Aussie NFL Fantasy Show.
You know how sometimes the first play of the game can be a real tone setter?
Aussie.
Yeah, I basically just went with Ashton Jen Teabag.
NFL.
He's not a walking 7 for 70 as I learnt last week when he went 1 for 5.
Fantasy.
I'd probably lean towards taking Henry maybe ahead of McCaffrey just because of what I've seen.
The Aussie NFL Fantasy Show. Loading.
Australia's premier NFL fantasy football show is back. For the Aussie Gridiron Network, this is the Aussie NFL Fantasy Show. They call me Matty C, and joining me for this last of the bye weeks, it's the Thanksgiving Day MVP, it's Taylor.
Matty fucking C. Last week was so shit with a side of P, but alas, I am back, and I am hoping that this week is better and not diarrhea leaking down a crack. Let's go.
It feels good when you get into a crack joke, mate. That just warms the cockles of the heart.
I've done a lot with back. It's like there's sack, there's crack, there's Dak getting a sack whack.
Yeah.
Like there's been a lot of in-depth thesaurusing and rhyming going into the back and Dak and crack side of things. So maybe I thought I'd go back to the well.
Mate, you could do worse than go back to the well on that. Although, mate, we were complaining through the week, and Supercoach is a very different thing. Our Supercoach teams were like, dude, where's the points? But, mate, I actually heard when we were talking about leagues that matter because of the format of most fantasy football is that you're talking about teams getting ready for playoffs or getting jostling for seeding positions, and you actually had a really good week this week in terms of those results, yeah? This is why I'm calling you the Thanksgiving Day MVP. I just recall you saying you had a pretty stout week.
Yeah, I think it was the Supercoach side of things and just some of the high-end players that we have in those teams that made me think that it was a bit of an off week. But in terms of my redraft teams, I think I was 16-6 across the 20. Oh. Well, sorry, it wasn't all redraft. There's dynasties and stuff as well. I just was basically not counting like guillotines. So the 22 leagues that I have a matchup in went 16-6. So that was probably my best week of the year so far. So it was good timing given that there was some serious must-win territory for some of my leagues this week. And like I said to you, basically every league that I basically still had a chance of sneaking into the playoffs and needed a win, I got one. So, it was. I'm still alive. I'm on the BGs, baby. I'm staying alive for now.
Mate, you left me a very difficult decision on Monday Night Football. Do I take out 2 Patriots and secure...
I thought that might happen.
I was going to be second place in that league if I didn't win, but then it would have kept you out of a playoff spot, and your team's hot. This is the thing. Your team's so hot, and I would have to then face you in the first round of the playoffs. If I won, that would give you the result to get in. Then the reward would be I get to face you. I'm like, do I do the dishonorable thing knowing that and just take the loss, keep you out of the playoffs, changes the playoff structure of who's where. But, mate, I just, my ego could not be quelled. I need to face you 1v4 and squish you. I need to do it. So I left them in.
For anyone who ever sits there with a really bad start in fantasy, and we talk about this every single year, that just because you're struggling at the start, never give up. Like, there's always a chance that things might get turned back your way. Yeah. I was 0-6 in that league. I lost my first 6 weeks and very, very close to just throwing in the towel. But then obviously just started to get on a run. I think I was still 3-7. I think I won 3 in a row, then still lost, and then thought, maybe this is it. And then it just kept plugging away and won the last 3 because we do a semi-final and a final over 2 weeks. So it's essentially a 4-week playoff system. So it actually only went until week 13, the regular season. So that gave me one less week to actually turn it around as well. And luckily enough, I needed Matty C to actually get a win, and he obliged and got the win for me. And then I had to win my matchup, and I think I won by about 100 in my matchup. So yeah, it worked out well.
That would have been a real sinky arsehole if you won by 100, only to have me nasty and take the place out of my lineup on Monday Night Football. But no, my ego it just is never satisfied. I couldn't run away from a head-to-head with you in the playoffs there. It's going to be a 2-week playoff, and that's kind of a good thing. It doesn't really matter who gets ahead or not in the first week. It all comes down to the second week. So I couldn't resist, If it was going to be a single-week elimination, I might have done the dirty on you.
I knew you were going to at least say that you were going to do it, and then it was funny when you were like, I'm not really going to do this, but I really thought I'd floated it out there, and I'm like, I knew you wouldn't do it, but it was just funny that exactly what I was thinking is what you said.
Well, I was this close to taking a screenshot of showing you I'd done it. So there you go. but there you go. It's one of the rare leagues I've been doing well in, so it's just more excuse for me to talk about that. Some leagues I haven't been doing well in, Tay. I've got to tell you, that green league in the Anfla fan leagues, I'm 9th. I lost to 10th last week. It's not going well. I'm 5-8 in that league in second last, and I just got to give the shout out in that league to Josh Uar, who's 10-3, ahead by 2 wins on second place. He's going to take first seed in the playoffs, and some of the other guys in the playoffs there are Boyd, Zydix, Turnbuckle, Choppers, and it looks like to Infinity and Bijon are going to be in a bit of a tussle to hang on to that 6th spot. So that's the Green League. Those guys look like they're in. It'll just be whether J-Love Island can pull off some magic. And then in the Red League, and we talked about him on the Supercoach podcast, is my mate Tom, Randall McSupercob, Yarpin, Penix in your butt car. We've got lots of names for Tom, but he and I face off in the last week of the season. I need a win like nobody's business if I'm even going to be in the picture. I'm probably not in the picture, but he's first, as you might expect. Well off ahead, 9-4, has a win on second and third place. So he's going to go into the playoffs in first seed ahead of Henry in the Hamptons, Delhi's dream team, Team Jai L2, who'd been in the lead for a lot of the early stage of the season, and just a little bit more. But then the fight is on between Team Doddles and Mock King to get into the 7th spot. So well done to those folks for keeping me out of playoffs in both those leagues. And somebody in those leagues is going to go ahead and win some cool AGN merch. Tay, what's going on in the gold and the green leagues?
So for the Blue League, for the guys that obviously do listen to the podcast, because they got the shits when there was a few weeks there when I wasn't on the podcast. We weren't announcing exactly what was happening. So, look, basically nothing's really changed in this league. Yep. It's been a funny one where it's kind of almost been locked in for a little while. At Fat Watts took another fat loss, so he's actually coming back to the pack a little bit. But he's still first at 10-3, but he has the most ridiculous points for I've ever seen in a league, and he actually was undefeated there for a while, and then so he's actually lost a few, but it hasn't really mattered. He's obviously going to still lock in first place. Our boy Connor Wilson's in second, so he's tied with at Cooper Maker, so technically they're still playing it out for the first round bye. I'm sitting pretty comfortably just there in 4th, with no real ability to drop out or go higher, so it's kind of another one of these spots where it's like very much thinking for the future, not so much about right now. So yeah, nice. I'll definitely be playing in the first week of the finals. We've got Team Will Murph 03 sitting in 5th. Team Vangeli Panthers sitting in 6th, and technically 7th is with Bass Hunter 69 at 7th, can sneak in, but he would need to basically outscore Vangeli Panthers by about 30 points and obviously hope he lost, so needs a bit to go towards him. So it kind of seems like we haven't locked in the top 6, but there is an outside hope for Bass Hunter to sneak in.
Ooh. Well, how about that? So man, this is one of these things where you've definitely fared better in those leagues than me. We'll see how it all runs. But the great thing, the winners of these leagues, or the people who finish highest, in case Taylor wins the league, are going to walk away with some pretty cool AGN merch. And it's been fun to. I've been shooting really banal smack talk into those chats every week, and clearly been wearing a lot back because I'm sort of 5-8 in both those leagues. So I've copped 16 weeks of people's aggression after the games. Though I've been piling it in there, 26 weeks of being on the front foot.
G'day, Gridiron.
Anyone that hasn't joined us before, it's pretty simple. Let's kick it off, eh? Is everyone ready?
The 4 horsemen of NFL in Australia.
If the sound ever plays, the pick is officially in.
Nick the lineman.
So it's the worst against any team, and it's also the worst passer rating that he has against any team at 66.3.
Brad the coach.
The Steelers have held the Ravens under 20 points in 7 straight games.
Isaac the analyst.
For this one, I couldn't understand it either. Like, I don't think they're making the playoffs.
Ian the Viking.
Full of passion, full of fight. They might genuinely be interesting to watch again.
Previews, overreactions, and bloody best bets.
If Derrick Henry can get rolling, then I think it's no contest. The Ravens are going to win.
As a fan of the NFL, you hope he comes back because he's just an absolute beast when he gets on there.
That would be able to give, at least Justin Fields a chance to be able to build.
Let's move on. After that insanity.
So I just think, though, it's going to stop here.
Defensively for the Bills, I don't think that's actually going to combat what the Chiefs do already.
Yeah, I guarantee you, Pete would get down on his knees for that.
G'day, Gridiron.
I love spreadsheets. I'm a spreadsheet man.
I love spreading my legs.
Twice a week, all season long on the Aussie Gridiron Network.
This is the great chance, though, Tay, after we are now just on the edge of the playoffs in those leagues, to bring on what to me is like playoff-worthy guests to the fantasy show here. We are in week 14. This is the last week before we start super playoffs, and we have got just an absolute cage match when it comes to our guests. Two blokes who are so passionate about their football, but the problem is they're in the same NFL fan division, and it causes a bit of friction. And these two have famously brought some real fun. You want to introduce our guests for us today, Tay? I'm so excited to have these blokes on.
Yeah, look, it was a pretty shit week to bring on these two. Like, it's not like they both have a super big rivalry or both their teams are playing each other this week. We really should have figured the schedule out better and actually put them on a better week, Matty C. I don't think there's really going to be any banter between these two wankers at all. So it was a pretty bad timing. So, look, I guess I'll introduce these guys. I'm sure they'll have something to talk about tonight. So let me introduce you to Mr. Pete Neal and KEV the Croc Hunter, or whatever the fuck we call it.
I just want to know how Pete's here. He lost his head. He's in over his head like Matt LaFleur was in over his fucking head.
I lost my head.
Good start. Fucking awesome, Pete. Fucking awesome, mate. Just staying alive, like I said last week. That's all last week was about for me. Just hanging in there.
But Kev, we've had you through a few times. You must be really excited to see that we've got Pete on the show tonight.
Mate, it's good to finally talk to Pete, not just get a random voice message like last time because he couldn't make it.
Yeah. That's right.
What
Eat a big bag of sweaty bear dicks, Kev.
Bear dicks, yeah. I seem to remember that.
Yeah.
Well, it appears like they might have been very tasty and nutritious because the Bears have been back like last night's pizza.
I think the O-line ate them all looking at last week.
Yeah, that's true, gee. What was it? There was 40 rushing attempts in that game too, or somewhere in that range, which is really impressive to see.
They fucking torched them.
What's he got?
Oh.
Okay.
All right, can you guys hear me?
There he goes.
Yeah, we got ya.
Just cut me out. I'm not sure what happened there. So where should we start from?
I was like, because I couldn't see that you had left. I'm like, fuck, Pete's just really waiting for his moment here.
Oh, was I frozen at least?
No,
Tay wasn't in the app.
See it. Yeah,
okay.
I wasn't like looking at the script like you guys or anything, so I was just going off sound.
I'm so sorry, God, that would have been awful. All right, my apologies.
It would have been funny if I had actually gone to you and like gone, oh, so Pete, blah blah blah, you're not even there.
The vow of silence.
How many points do you think Max Brosma scored last week, Pete?
Pete? Yeah. Hey, how good was that, Pete?
Oh, it's too funny. Oh, you should have just gone the whole episode without. You should have just done the whole pod without me and just kept doing that. Pete, what do you think, Matt? All right. Pete's unhappy.
And Pete's silence speaks volumes.
All right, my apologies. All right, let's get back to it whenever you want.
I don't know why. Just then, all I thought of was The Simpsons with what's it called when he's on that show when Homer like gets made to look like a molester, and it's just like, and they just pause him. It's like, Homer, what do you have to say in your defense? No, Mr. Simpson, no.
That's like rock bottom. Yeah, Homer, this is God.
Rock bottom. That's it. What do you have to say in your defense?
That's so good.
I want to touch her sweet can. Her sweet can.
And the clock in the background just going forward and backwards.
So, Mr. Simpson, you admit you touched your can. Oh, this is the best part of the podcast.
Oh, maybe we should. Are we recording? No, we're recording.
Let's leave this in.
I haven't thought about that in years.
Okay.
There you go.
Cool.
Anyway,
the last thing.
Funniest, I would love to hear the last 4 weeks of our show. I swear, the thing that we've laughed at and that has never had anything to do with NFL. Every single week we've done something for the first 20 minutes and then gone, oh, welcome to that podcast. Not NFL. We were talking about cricket last week because I brought up Brett Lee with that fucking shot against West Indies over the fucking Gabba.
Oh, the Gabba! Literally the best sound of the best sound cricket ball's ever made. Oh,
I was talking about that for 2 minutes on the podcast last week, and I'm like, hang on, that's not NFL.
Oh, if you want to talk about that again today, I am all in. That's my favourite shot in cricket.
I posted it in the group chat, and I was like, for anyone that heard that, here's the reference.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. That's gold. Yeah, the last thing I heard, sorry, Matty, was Taylor was trying to introduce us, and then I just cut out.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, probably a ways back.
We only talk mild shit about you, Pete, so it's all right. You didn't miss much.
You got to be so much I didn't say anything. Yeah.
you didn't take the in over your head like Matt LaFleur line very well. You just cut out for 10 minutes.
Oh no, I did hear that actually. That was the last thing. Yes, I did hear that.
Yeah, that was the last thing before I fucking ripped my monitor out.
Yeah. I can't take this shit. I can't take it.
And then I
5 minutes in.
I dropped out. It's Riverside's fault. It's no, Pete.
Yeah.
I can't get in the app.
Every time Kev talks, it just drops out. I'm sorry.
Pete, your team shit. What do you have to say?
So good.
Oh, I'm so glad you turned to this Riverside thing, not Zoom. What happened? But that's okay. Let's rock and roll. My apologies.
The clip art this week has to be Pete on rock bottom on Simpsons. And it's going to be funny because it has nothing to do with anything to do with NFL fantasy.
It's fine.
I think I'm going to have to really accentuate the gaps where people are trying to engage Pete and then there's no answer. I'm just going to have to attenuate
I actually thought the clip art.
Yeah.
I thought the clip art would have been Peter Griffin and the big chicken having a fight, only it's got mine and Pete's heads on it.
Oh, that's fucking cool. Yeah. The 4-minute fight. Yeah. That's fucking gold.
Yeah, that's really funny.
Yeah. That's great.
Well, I wanted to just drag Pete in here because I was having a little complaint about what it's like to be a Jordan Love owner in fantasy. But, mate, as a Packers fan, I've had a little difficulty because he had a couple of really nice weeks. But in the middle, he's been garbage. I mean, I don't know where I got to submit my complaint form to. So can you help me out? Because Jordan Love, mate, he might be single-handedly the reason that my season in Astro League's been ass.
Mate, I've got him in my Dynasty League too. And it got to the point where I didn't know, because I got him, I've got Lamar. Both absolutely, they've been pretty terrible as of late.
Yeah, he's been great.
Yeah, right. I've got Aaron Rodgers, and he's had a broken wrist. I had CJ Stroud. He's been out for weeks with a concussion. So I was just like, what am I doing here? My quarterbacks are just shot. So I did not a panic trade. But I'm like, I'll just do a just in case trade with Tay, and I got Jalen Hurts just to kind of give me something for my Dynasty League. But yeah, Matt, Love is really, really good to root for. He's a little bit painful if you were to start him in fantasy, apart from last week and that game against the Cowboys earlier in the year. It's just Matt LaFleur just loves a run-heavy offense, man, and it's when it works, it's fine. I'll cheer him on, and if we get the win, I don't give two shits how many bloody fantasy points Jordan Love gets. As long as he just plays well and Jacobs runs and they feed the rock to as many people as they want, I don't care. Yeah, just get the W.
I don't care, but I fucking do, mate. And he's got all these wide receiver ones to throw to, for fuck's sake.
How much do you miss Tucker Kraft, though?
Mate,
100%.
I think I called him to sick for work the next day. I was so gutted. He's our rock. He is our offense, man.
I got so many notifications because I didn't realise, in 48 leagues, how many leagues I own Tucker Kraft.
Yeah.
That's
mate, you would have been
like a huge fan. He's
Mate, you
probably
would've
the
been
only
going back
Packers player I've got consistently fucking rostered, and then all of a sudden,
Yeah.
bang, 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 bang. It's like, fuck.
Well, mate,
Yeah,
it was a
Pete took Travis Kelce off me. He was that desperate. Had to replace.
yeah. I'm like, yeah, fuck it.
Draft.
Yeah, because I've got Dalton Kincaid too. He's been out, and I had to start Dalton Schultz for 2 weeks. I'm like, all right, no more Dalton Schultz. Please get out. Please get out of my line. Yeah. So I know Kelsey's only got about. Kelsey's got like one more week plus the playoffs for me, so I don't care. Just throw him in T-Dogs. But
He was a throw. He was a throw in on the Hurts trade. I was just like, just get it. I'm trying to make my roster not 100 years old. So
that's it, man. That's it.
This is the Aussie NFL Fantasy Show.
this feels the opposite of being picked in the sack. Let's fucking go.
You know how some years I'm like, fucking Taylor doesn't know what he's talking about.
Yeah, we're normally called major wankers instead of rangers. So yeah, that can be our tagline.
In a car in the dark with a full erection.
The Aussie NFL Fantasy Show.
It sounds like you've been in the quarterback doldrums too, but mate, what we'll do is we'll get you and Kev and Tay to go through with us now. We'll talk about some positives. We'll do some breakouts for week 14, talk about players we expect to have better than average weeks, and hopefully so much better than average weeks, they might be the sort of player who can win you your week and help teams either secure their playoff spot or potentially secure the spot in their seeding that they're hoping to get as well. The breakouts works like this. Everyone gets to bring a player. Doesn't actually matter if you've got one that someone else has brought as well. That just kind of strengthens the credentials behind the player. But we'll work around in sort of a circle here that, mate, I like to make sure our guests get first crack at it. So I'll come to you, Pete, firstly, and I'll get you to nominate who you think is going to be your favourite breakout at either a quarterback, a running back, a wide receiver, a tight end this week. And generally what we've been doing is either talking about how many sort of fantasy points or what's going to happen in that matchup to help drag them up to a score that would be worthy of calling them a breakout. Or, Tay, you've been doing some pretty exotic stuff. Do you want to kind of quickly describe something you've been doing as well? Try and help illustrate how a player might break out? Because you don't always colour it between the lines, Tay.
Mate, you got a couple of hours. I just do lots of weird shit. Like and look, just a foreskin as we do here. I've definitely done a couple tonight as well. The idea is that, like, I just like to have fun with this segment. And I think it was Manjot last week just basically came on and said, like, how do you quantify this segment? Like, what is a breakout? And the idea for this is it doesn't have to be a lowly percentage rostered player. It can be a highly known, a great player. But the idea is that a breakout's just, it's all relative to what you believe in the player going into the game. So it's like you could pick the wide receiver 30 on the season and you could say, look, I think they're going to be a top 10 this week. That would be technically a breakout. You could also go Amon-Ra St. Brown. Obviously not this week, but in general, he's like the wide receiver 4. But you're basically saying he's a number 1 with the bullet and he's going to score 28 fantasy points or something. That's still a breakout as well, even though you're picking a very high-end player. So the idea is to really target matchups and just talk about why you think the player is going to be very good. But what I sometimes do is I don't just do like, oh, I think this guy's going to be finishing the top 10 or I think this guy's going to have this many fantasy points. I'll go, all right, I'm going to combine 2 guys and I reckon they're going to have 3 touchdowns between them. Or I'm going to take 2 guys and I think they both finish in the top 10. Or I just kind of do wacky shit like that all the time. So, yeah, you don't have to just go in there and say an exact number you think they're going to hit. You can just, throw it out there, give them a touchdown guarantee. We do sometimes, or sometimes we go even further and say they're going to score twice. Like, it's just a cool segment where you can kind of plant your flag on someone for the week and just say they're going to do something weird.
Yeah, but when you sent that to me, Breakout Star, I just put my betting cap on. I'm like, all right, I'm on the sports bet.
That's a good place to go.
All right, sports bet, yeah. My back deck that I got to pay for next year. Who am I going to bet on to? That's they can get me the money for that.
I'll just say that's a perfect way of doing it because then that makes it all relative because it's like, oh, I'm taking Jamar Chase this week. Everyone's going to be like, oh, fuck, you telling me to start Jamar Chase? Great. But the betting line for him might be 115 yards. So it's like I'm taking him to have over 115 yards. So it's not like you're just taking like the wide receiver 1 on the year to fucking have 20 yards or something. Like it's all relative and the betting odds make sense because that's all going to be like baked in terms of what's expected of the player going in.
Well, it makes sense.
Okay. It does make sense. Do you want me to kick things off?
I want to hear who's going to start paying for your deck, mate.
Oh, mate, I think all these players that I've got written down my cheeky little list here are going to contribute in some way to my
Jordan Love.
Yes. Jordan Love, first touchdown scorer, Bo Melton. Let's do it.
Interceptions.
I've got a bunch, but let's start with the running back. And I'm going to go. Obviously, this guy's an absolute freak, but he's had a couple of rough weeks here and there. Jameer Gibbs. We've got, as Taylor alluded to earlier, Amon St. Brown. He's out. They're playing at Detroit in a dome against Dallas's defense. And I think, and this is like a really big game for Detroit, obviously. So they're going to just go to their best player on the park, who is Jameer Gibbs. And I think he's just going to go absolutely nuclear. I think there's going to be a lot of those little cheeky throwdowns to him. They're just going to use him like Christian McCaffrey now in this game. There could be long receiving yards into a lot of rushing yards. So I reckon you'll get 200 all-purpose yards with 2 touchdowns. That's the game is going to have. The big game.
We've got a new sound for the 2 touchdown guarantee. We've got a new sound. We play the air horn day.
Oh, nice.
There it is.
You better keep it queued up. Because my running back is Devon A-Chain against the Jets.
Oh, baby.
I reckon he's getting 2 tutties easy.
Hang on. I had this exact situation come up last week. We've got Gibbs 200 all-purpose yards, and then last week Manjot brought someone with 200 all-purpose yards, and Taylor, he had to put his player at 201 all-purpose yards just to make sure it was a little different. Kev, can I draw you on 201 all-purpose yards?
What if we go the over-under at 2.5 touchdowns, Matty?
2.5
Oh,
touchdowns.
nice.
Love that. Let's do that. 2.5 TD guarantee. But I mean, this is because the Jets are sort of a shell of themselves, right? They got rid of Big Quinn and Williams in the middle of that line, and their secondary is not scary anyway, so you can just score on them any way you want, right, Tate? Right, Kev?
Yeah, exactly, Matty. He sees a lot of work in the passing game as well as the rushing game, and the Jets are just a bucket of arseholes defensively. So,
a defensive bucket of arseholes. You heard it here first, ladies and gents. Tay, you got a running back that can match the likes of Jameer Gibbs versus Dallas or Devon A-Chain versus the Stinky Jets?
Yeah, I've got one that I actually wrote this to Kev the other day because him and I were super high on this guy in the preseason, and it just didn't work out at all for the first half of the year. And it was more or less because of a quarterback injury, and the entire offense just went to absolute shit. But I was actually super happy that I had a lot of people try and reach out to me in all these leagues and try and offer me trades for him, essentially try to buy him low. And I just held out because I really felt like things were going to turn for him. So I'm taking Chase Brown up against the Bills. They're 30th against the running back position. And they're also 30th in rushing yards to the running back position. So I really do feel like this is a game where I think he could really dominate. And what I love about Chase Brown is like he's very game script proof. Like even if the Bills get out to a 14-0 lead, he's going to get used in the passing game with Burrow a lot. So there's not really a game script where I'm worried. There is like with P. Ryan back in the team, he does sort of yield some of the rushing work a bit, but I just think that's only going to freshen him up, and I think he's going to be set up for success in this matchup, and I think it's going to be a shootout. I think there's going to be a lot of points, and this is the kind of style I was hoping for Chase Brown at the start of the year, and then obviously Burrow went down and got injured. It completely threw a cat amongst the pigeons and basically ruined that draft pick completely. But I think he's going to be a very, very good player to have on the run home. I wouldn't be surprised if Chase Brown, if people have been able to hold on with him and make it to the playoffs, I wouldn't be surprised with his run home if he'd be the kind of guy that wins people championships.
Ooh,
yeah.
Oh, I like that. So what are you going to do?
Talk dirty to me.
Oh yeah, no, I was thinking the same thing to you, Kev. I'm like, whoa, can you spice this up now, Tay, and give me some hard, cold numbers?
Yeah, because I sort of brought up that on purpose with the whole game script thing. I'm going to go 150 all-purpose yards, and he's going to be a top 5 running back.
Top 5! I like that. So he's probably finding some pay dirt in there. But what I like about it is too, Tay, and you mentioned P. Ryan. I'm like, well, he's been scoring some fantasy points on his own since he's been back. But I think the lazy analysis is to go P. Ryan's back. That's going to impact Brown, I think the better analysis is to do what you just did there and go, actually, Pirine back makes Chase Brown more usable because he gets rotated in and out, and he's just more impactful when he plays. And I like that. That's your approach on that one, because I think it's very easy to just go, oh, the backup's back, he's been eating fantasy points, that hurts the guy who's incumbent. So I don't think that's always the case, and this is definitely one of those where I'd believe you, mate. I'm going to go to Kev now, and we'll just see what we can get out of Kev for a quarterback, wide receiver, or tight end. Where are you going to go for your big breakout? What's going to pay for your deck, mate?
Matty, I'm probably going to go to tight end first because my QB and wide receiver are a bit of a stack, so I'll go that last.
I'll stack that bitch up.
Okay. You got me all interested now.
I'm going Trey McBride against the Rams.
Yeah.
I know he's basically the tight end one on the year, but he's fucking phenomenal. And the Rams, the one place you can attack them is in the tight end position. So I think he's just, you're looking at 110 yards and a tutty to this week. It might be the only bloody player that scores for the Cardinals.
Does that mean a touchdown guarantee?
Touchdown guarantee.
Oh, come on, ring the bell.
Yeah, baby.
Love that. Mate, and I know that this is true because we saw the Panthers tight end just tear up that Rams last... No, there was no... It was the running backs.
I don't know why. For some reason, I thought that too. I was like... Because I've thought about it. The Rams, when you look at them on the season, didn't pop up as like an amazing tight end matchup. But I had this in my head too, that the best place to actually target them was the tight end. But I think it's more that they just have come up against... Like, I know some places have, like, schedule-adjusted rankings for tight ends and stuff like that. I'd be interested to see if the Rams have just played a lot of teams that have a shit tight end and they just haven't had to defend it, whereas when they actually come up against a good one, they struggle. So, I'll
see the Panthers, they kind of did a lot of their damage where the tight end normally operates through Jalen Coker.
Yeah.
Because they don't really have a good tight end. So.
The cokehead.
Yeah, baby.
All in,
and then
all
the
in
running
on the
game.
coke.
It's a funnel. That's the way the Rams are trying to keep you going towards the middle of the field, keep everything inbounds. They're not. They're just not. You can't get around the side of them. You can't get over the top of them. So it's the funnel. It's a classic funnel that Denver have been playing the last couple of years. And this is kind of why. Then look, if you've got a skillful tight end, it's a good spot to go after him. And you had 110 and a touchdown, was it?
Yeah, Matty, 110 and the tutty.
That's what I thought. Oh, come on. Pete, do you have a tight end for us, mate?
Yeah, we talked about him earlier. It's a bit of a risky one because it's against a good Houston defense, but I had Travis Kelce for mine. I think just the situation that the Chiefs are in. I think that this is the fuck. We got to start pulling our thumbs out of our ass here and just go to Rice and Kelce all day long until we win the game. Again, tough matchup, so it's a bit of a risky one, but Mahomes is really relying on those two players at the moment. So. Kelce, which, again, last year, so I think he's going to go all out. Yards, I don't know. He hasn't been doing a lot of yards, but he has been scoring some touchdowns. So I don't know how ballsy to go for yards, but he'll definitely score a touchdown. You can put that shit on there.
Touchdown guarantee.
Touchdown. But again, he hasn't been getting a shitload of yards, but he'll get a lot of receiving. He'll get a lot of catches, I think. So a lot if you're in a good tight end premium league, he should score you a lot of fantasy points. I don't know, what do you reckon, 70, 80 yards? I don't know, I think he's, plus minus would be about 45, I reckon, as a guess, but I don't know, do we go, just go 80?
Fuck a touchdown.
We just set the line like 15 plus fantasy points.
I was going to say the exact
same. Oh, yeah, that's a good one.
15 plus?
Yeah, let's do...
that's a touchdown, 60 yards.
Yeah, let's go 18. We'll go, I reckon he'll get like 8 or 9 receptions, touchdown. Yeah, let's go 18 fantasy points.
18.
Yeah, hold on, mate.
I'm going to let you get away with 15 plus, mate, but there you go.
Okay. All right.
But no,
give me some juice on the 15.
Right
okay. All right.
Getting the Davis Mills neck right out there. Wow. Kelce. And I think you're right because Kansas they've got to play knockout football now, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
They are going to have to win every game and probably hope some results go their way this far out, right? And there's still 5 games to play. So it's just a lot's got to go right for them. And, are you going to rely on Juju Smith-Schuster and Hollywood Brown to do it for you, or are you going to rely on Rashee Rice and Travis Kelce? So I definitely think there's a ton of logic to what you're doing there. Tay, I know you've got a tight end, mate, but have you also got a player for us?
All right. I've got a
Pete loves the
same
dad
game.
jokes. Look at Pete. He loves the dad jokes.
Oh man, it's the little things in life that I like. It's just that was just nice.
I'm so used to them. I just let it wash off my back. I've got a same game multi at the tight end position.
We can do this. We can do this.
Oh, we can fuck. Well, we can do this. We can do whatever the fuck we want, mate.
Jesus Christ,
and going researching.
Oh, pause
no
the
one
pod.
else seems. Pause it. I've got some research to do.
Oh yeah, this
Pete'll
is
be back
fucking
in
awesome.
half an hour.
Oh, mate. Sorry, Dave. I'll just continue.
I've got two tight ends matching up against each other, and I just think they've both got amazing matchups in the same game. So I'm going to take Tyler Warren up against the Jags. I'm going to take Brenton Strange up against the Colts. The Jags are second last against the tight end position, and the Colts are 28th against the tight end position. I just think both teams are going to funnel it through the tight end position this week. I don't think it's actually getting talked enough about that Strange is just so involved in this offense, and I still just think it's a Trevor Lawrence trait. Like, I know Kevin and I talked about Justin Fields targeting tight ends. Like, the problem is he can't fucking pass, but when he tries to, he seems to have this propensity to target the tight end position. Trevor seems to as well. Like, you're thinking about his days of Evan Engram there. He was just getting targets fucking coming out of his ass. Like, he literally set a record for targets with Trevor a couple of years ago at the Jags. And Strange, every game he's in there, he just seems to be so involved in the offense. And obviously there's question marks with Parker Washington may not play this week. Obviously Myers kind of only just got there. Fucking who knows what's going on with BTJ. He's got fucking dinner plates for hands. So yeah, I just think that these two tight ends are in such an awesome position against each other. The only problem is sometimes when you take a same gamer like this with the positions is the problem is the game script goes one way and it's like, oh, one player gets screwed by it and the other player gets held by it. But I'm hoping this is a bit of a closer game and the game script won't come into play so bad. So I've basically combined these two guys for 120 yards, 2 touchdowns, and they're both going to be top 6.
Oh, baby.
120.
Ooh, both top 6.
Yeah.
And sorry, that's 2 touchdowns between
combined.
them, not one each.
Yeah, I haven't guaranteed them. So one of them could have 2 and one could have 0. But I've combined it for 2 tutties, 120, so roughly 60 yards each. And then I've got them both finishing in the top 6.
How about that? Now, Pete, that is how you do a multi. I can't wait to come back to you in one of the positions.
Brain just exploded. This is so good.
Yeah. It's been like a backdrop there. It's not the only thing that exploded.
Mate, is there a little lift in my shorts? Yeah, this is fantastic.
And it's so good when you absolutely nail one of them and one of them shit, and then you can't act like you're a genius.
From that point on, Tay was sold.
It's hilarious.
Oh, that's great.
Now, I'm going to want to move to Tay for his quarterback, and the reason I want to go Tay then Pete because Kev he's foreskin to stack, and I want to make sure he gets a chance to talk about his 2 in a row. So Tay, I'm going to come to you for either your wide receiver or your quarterback. You can pick.
I might go to quarterback. I just think this is the game to target at quarterback. I just think, like, if there was a game to pick that's going to be almost high scoring, I'm going to take a shot on this one. I'm going to go Dak Prescott up against the Lions. They're 29th against the quarterback position. I just think in general that the Lions are far easier to pass on than they are to run on. Pretty much every single year, most running backs have struggled against them. They just have a very good defensive line, but their secondary has always been pretty susceptible to big passing yardage. So, I just think Dak, the way he's playing this year, he kind of started to have a little bit of a fall off a few weeks ago, but honestly, since it's Lamb and Pickens have been both back, like, he is just on fire this year. Honestly, like, in another season where you didn't have, like, Stafford and Drake May playing so well, honestly, Dak, obviously their record would need to be better, but Dak could have seriously been in the MVP conversation. Like, he's had a phenomenal season, and honestly, even some of the games where he hasn't been fantastic for fantasy, he's actually looked very good in real life NFL. So for this specific game, I just love the matchup against the Lions. I think both teams are just going to need to score a shitload of points. So basically, I didn't go anything too exotic for Dak. I basically put him down for 350 passing yards, and I think he's going to be a top 3 quarterback this week. So I didn't put an exact touchdown number on it. I just said he's going to have a shitload of yards and he's going to be top 3.
Soft.
So how does a shitload of yards? It's hard to
you know what?
that.
Fuck it. 3 touchdowns. Because he's going to need that to be top 3 anyway. So I'll just add 3 touchdowns.
What's the triple touchdown sound, Matty? You got a fire engine alarm or something?
I did 4 for Mahomes last week and I got it.
Yeah. Yeah, I had 4 for Jalen Hurts a couple of weeks ago. Got 3 of them in the first half and then just died. Went to sleep. So I don't know what that feeling's like, but I tell you with the triple, let's hope you can pull this one off. We need a sound effect for that, though. If it's air horn for 2, it's going to have to be something pretty good for 3. We'll workshop something.
350 and 3, baby.
350 and 3 and a top 3. You got to Pete. I don't know how you've reacted to Taylor's revelation about being able to same game multi and to mess things around. What do you want to do with your quarterback, mate?
Well, I'm going to go same game multi. And
here's my 6-legger.
Oh, this is so good. Well, I did have the player to go nuclear this week was going to be Josh Allen. And then I wrote down he's playing Cincy, so we may as well throw Burrow in there as well. But we'll go to Josh first. I think this is going to be. It's a very similar situation to the Chief. They've had a couple of, or him personally as well, have had a couple of stinkers, and I think this is going to be the fuck you. I'm Josh Allen game, and I did have him down as 400 yards in the air and on the ground with at least 4 touchdowns. But if we throw that in with Joe Burrow to have like 350 passing yards, that's going to be something. Then 2 touchdowns. I think that might be a juicy same game multi.
Oh my god! So it's Josh for 400 combined and 4 touchdowns, and then Burrow 350 and 2, 350 passing and 2. Oh my god! So
just as Tate alluded to,
750 yards of offense between the 2 players. Fucking hell!
What a game that's going to be! What a fucking game! Yeah.
Do I have a sounder for 7 touchdowns or 6 touchdowns? Do we have one of those days?
Oh no! I think the air horn just exploded.
Yeah, I'm going to
just gets an air raid siren.
Something. It's going to be something like that. Yeah, it's going to be like the sound for like a nuclear radiation evacuation or something.
Oh man, my deck's going to look beautiful after this week. It's going to look absolutely stunning.
You're going to have big deck energy after this.
What about your deck as well?
Yeah.
So Kev, you're in a unique position here where you've got your quarterback and you've got your receiver to bring to the breakouts, but they're somewhat intertwined. Walk us through them, brother.
They are, Matty, and I'm targeting the same game as Taylor, but the other side. I'm going with Jared Goff and Jamison Williams to combine for 50 fantasy points.
Yeah, nice.
Oh, yes.
Oh, I love this. Because, man, there's just so many ways to choose your own adventure to get to 50, right? When you combine the 2 players from 2 different positions.
Yep, mate. I think in the Dome, it's a must-win game for both teams. It's just going to be... And, like, Dallas are a lot harder to run on. Gibbs going to see a lot of passing work, but... he's going to have to air that ball out a fair bit. And if ASB's still out, Laporta's still out, adversely just pushes Jamison into the number 1 slot.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
But he had 7 receptions last week, but he had yards on yards on yards because they were smart about how they got in the ball too, right?
Yeah, exactly. He's in for a monster game this week. Win or lose, he's just going to be a monster.
Wow. And this is kind of smart too, because we've already heard Pete bring he's brought Jahmyr Gibbs, but it's like, well, if he's going to be involved in the passing game, that's all Goff points as well. So it's not like, the idea of Gibbs having a lot of fantasy points cannibalizes from the opportunity for these guys to combine for a bunch of points, and especially against a Dallas team who've got a pretty good offense, right? They're going to be playing as if it's a bit of a knockout game for them as well. They've finally got themselves into a spot where they're really looking good for a wildcard spot, but they're not done fighting for the division. So there's a lot on the line.
Yeah, exactly, mate. It's in a huge position for both these teams that are on the outside looking in at the playoffs at the moment. So.
Yeah. Well, I want to throw to Pete next because I want to know how many of his Packers wide receivers he's going to bundle together.
47.
The Bears. I'm joking, Pete. No pressure. But, mate, it's time to look at your wide receiver. What do you got for us, mate?
Mate, there's a couple. I've got a couple of
I heard he wanted to pick
ones.
Kyle Monongo.
As a wide receiver.
Yeah, shit, yeah. 3 screen passes for 22 yards.
Unfortunately, I can see that happening, but we can talk about that when we talk about the Bears Packers. I'm very, very scared of that Monongo fella. He's fucking good. Okay. It's very similar to Jameer Gibbs. Very, very similar. This guy is an absolute weapon. He's been killing it all year, but he had an absolute almost goose egg last week, pardon me. He's playing Atlanta, JSN. I think this is going to be I'm so sorry for last week game. And he'll easily have over 150 yards and 2 touchdowns.
How did you feel about that, Matty C?
I heard a little rumor Matty C might have started him as his captain in Supercoach last week. Yikes.
Oh, no.
What a week. Matty C, the only person that can somehow bring down JSN.
Yeah. I get Defensive Player of the Year for that, by the way. I am in the running for DPOY because I managed to be the only person to stop JSN all year. It was safe as houses. He was going to score 50 fantasy points in Supercoach, and I'm like, that's a simple double. No worries. He scores 6. Do you know how hard it is to score just 6 in Supercoach? You get that for walking on the field, I think. Oh, my God. Anyway, rant over. Hey, sorry, this is your segment.
Well, no, that's the risk that you come to when you've got Sam Darnold as the quarterback. He'll have those games, man. Yeah. And Jason, obviously, he didn't help either. He didn't have a very good game himself. But mate, this week they're against Atlanta. I think there'll be a lot of passing yards. So I think, and I had him as well in the Guillotine League against Big Kev, and that really fucked me over. So so we all got a little bit hurt from JSN. It didn't really hurt my Dynasty League, though. Still ended up with over 200 points, but that's okay.
Probably just blame Seattle's defense, Pete, for JSN having stinker and losing the Guillotine League.
That's a fucking really good point because, they just went on the field very much as well. Like a double whammy there from Kev. Yeah.
Pete also had St. Brown get 0 and still scored over 200. But anyway.
Had him as well.
All right, well, that brings us to 150 yards, 2 touchdowns in the Dome against Atlanta. JSN on a get right, the big apology tour, mea culpa.
That's the one. That's the one. Sorry for last week game.
Do you reckon he'll start speaking Latin? I'm hoping Taylor's got something for us at wide receiver to wrap up our breakouts. What you got, Tay?
Of course I do, Matty C. And funnily enough, I had another same-game multi, and Jamison Williams was in it. But you know me, Matty C, I'm always good for a quick pivot. And I know technically we don't care if we take each other's, but I went, you know what, fuck it. I had something else in my mind, and it sticks to the same game multi, but I've added that in instead. So, like I said, I had Jamo and I had George Pickens. So I'd same game multi those guys together. But I'm throwing Jamo out. Kev can have him. So I've got Pickens as a touchdown guarantee. I've got him for 101. Like 100... Well, let's go 101 yards, sure. and 1 touchdown. I am going to take Isaac Tesla as an anytime touchdown scorer as well. I think Tesla is going to get more involved. I think he's been primed. He basically scores a touchdown every second time he fucking touches the ball anyway. He had the most insane preseason run where he just basically had a touchdown every single game. And then even this year, I think he's got 3 touchdowns on 7 catches or something. And you already saw they started to get him more involved last week once Amon-Ra went down. So, I've just got a feeling that, it's not amazing analysis. I think everyone's been seeing it. He's just an amazing threat in the red zone. So, I'm going to take him as a touchdown guarantee and pair him with Pickens as also a touchdown guarantee, but I'll say he has 101 yards. Why not?
I love it. So we'll get a summary on here. We've got from our breakouts, this is Pete's deck builder here. At quarterback, he's got Josh Allen with 400 yards and 4 total touchdowns. And in the same game, Joe Burrow, 350 yards with 2 touchdowns. That is 6 touchdowns in one game. Ring the bell, sound the air horn, get the nuclear evacuation alarm on. Jameer Gibbs versus Dallas in Detroit, 200 yards. 2 touchdowns. Let's go. Sound the air horn for that one. JSN at Atlanta, 150 yards, 2 touchdowns. I think Pete's going to break the record for most touchdowns predicted in one segment here. He's also got Travis Kelce versus Houston for 15. No, make it 18 plus fantasy points. We think there'll be a touchdown in there as well. Ring the bell. Pete, that is going to be a palatial deck. It's going to look like the Taj Mahal, mate.
That's it, mate. You put $5 on that, and you'll have Riverside Apartments. This is that's a hell of a multi. Oof.
That is. Kev's decided he's going to stack it. He's going to build upwards with Goff at Dallas. Home versus Dallas, and he and Jameson Williams are going to combine for 50 fantasy points. No matter how you like to find a way there, choose your own adventure. Goff and Jameson Williams as a stack, wide receiver and quarterback to 50 fantasy points. At the running back, Devon Achane, 201 total yards, 2.5 touchdowns, over under. So we'll see if he can get the over on that, but we like the 2.5. And then Trey McBride versus the LA Rams, 110 yards and a touchdown. He's been actually so good all year long, but this is one spot where we know you can attack the Rams. Tay, wow, yours is I've had to write a lot of stuff in a very small box here. Dak
it's a lot of shit.
Detroit, top 3 quarterback, 350 yards. Fuck it, why not throw in 3 touchdowns? Just throw them in, just whatever, just on top.
Watch that game be like 7-3.
Oh my God, can you imagine?
No chance.
We've got Chase Brown at Buffalo for 150 total yards, and he'll be a top 5 running back, so we assume he may well end up in the end zone there, but a lot of passing work in that one as well. George Pickens with a touchdown guarantee at 101 total yards, combined with, in the same game, Tesla with an anytime touchdown. That guy, he doesn't know how to score just a touchdown where you just catch it in your hands and run in the end zone either. He has to make it a specky. He's making it like it's Aussie rules. He's throwing out one-handers. He's climbing on people's backs. He just doesn't know how to score, just catch it and turn in.
Mate, he's electric on the field. Thank you.
There it is. In the tight end position, we've got Tyler Warren and Bretton Strange in the same game for a combined 120 total yards, 2 total touchdowns, both top 6 tight ends on the week. They are our breakouts for week 14, fellas. Thank you so much. That's been a lot of fun.
There's a lot going on. There's a lot of fucking numbers.
This one, Tay, you got off to a great start last week. You shot out to a 4-0 lead on Ian and Manjot. It ended up 4-1 in the most innocuous way. The player that hadn't played yet was Drake May. He was projected for about 21 and a bit. You put your line at 20.9 and over, and he scored 20.48. So if you're going to lose 1 point against Ian and Manjot, that's about the toughest way to lose a point. That close to going the full sweep, mate. I thought you had the broom out.
Yeah, it was just another one of those ones where when the team's up 30-7 at half time, they'd have to sweep fuck all in the second half. So he basically just put a 10 up and just didn't do fuck all like he never had to in the second half. So yeah, it was tough. I was just hoping maybe there might have been like a couple of times where he just decided to scramble and just you get some points up, but look, in the end, mate, it didn't really matter. Yeah, it doesn't matter if you win 3-2 or 5-0 in this segment. The point's the point.
Point's the point. So you jump to 8. World at 8, you on 5. The other lines last week, you had Bucky Irving at 9.6 or more points, which I thought was a bargain line, considering his projection was 14.5. You get 16, so you get the win on that one. And then the world took all these over lines. They took Jalen Waddle for 18.6 plus. He scored 7. They had Juwan Johnson versus Miami for 13.2, and he scored 9. And then Dan Jones, the mystery meat against Houston. The line there was 16.9. He scored 16.1. So, that's a tough loss. But by that stage, the horse had bolted. It was already 3-0. And, mate, yeah, you claim that one. World now leads 8-5 instead of 8-4. You're still playing essentially finals football now in 17 total weeks. Means if the world win any week from now, they get to 9 and they close you out. But, mate, we've got Pete, we've got Kev here. Pete's going to feature heavily in this, Kev, because I understand your record in this segment has left a little bit desired. And
thanks, Kev. Thanks, Kev.
On the back seat of it.
You're welcome, Tay.
It's all right, mate.
Yeah.
I see what you're doing. Bring me down from within. It's all right. Kev knew that I was going to go on this run and win the last 5 weeks and make it really exciting. So thanks, Kev. You've done it for listening.
I won your starts for 3 weeks, and you've kind of screwed that. So.
I won them up by 4 points. Anyway, that's foreskinning.
We'll get to the starts. That was an interesting week. So I'm not sure how you two are going to do this. Well, last week we had Ian and Manjot taking turns on who picked. You guys, considering the rivalry here, you guys have to work together, which I kind of think is really sweet. But way we run this segment, for those playing at home, so I'm going to bring up a player. I'll give you just a little bit about how they're traveling at the moment. We're going to give you their... just give you an opportunity to then I'll throw to one side or the other, and you just kind of bid back and forth on how many fantasy points you think they might score. You can start low, you can start high. For instance, the first player up might be, let's just talk about a guy from last week like Bucky Irving. Whoever I throw it to first might set the line at 6, and the next person might say 7, 7.5, 8.5. Just go up in any increment you want until someone goes, too rich for my blood, and once they tap out, the other player is stuck with that player for whatever they settled at and over. So there's no way you can research for this segment either. I just pick 5 players, and you're just kind of stuck with what I pick. How are you guys going to manage this, Pete? Because I'm going to throw to you and Kev first, and you guys are frenemies, so this will be fun.
Pete's going first. He's taken the lead in the tipping point, because I've proven myself to be not very good at this, because I'm far too optimistic about players I shouldn't be.
Did you listen to my breakout star segment? I'm Pete, a very optimistic man.
I've already proven I'm no good at this, so it's your turn now.
No, I think we should take it in turn, Kev. I'll go first, but we've got to take it in turns.
Yeah, no, we'll do it like that. You go 1, 3, 5, and then we'll flip it for starts.
Beautiful. Let's do
whatever
it.
you do, Pete. Whatever you do, Pete. Don't underthink it. You can just don't underthink it, mate.
Don't underthink it.
Yeah, don't underthink it.
I'm like your brother. I'll never go unders. No chance.
Thank you. Give me the insight.
Okay. All right,
Isaac Tesla.
Tesla.
I want to start.
0.5.
That's a tough one.
0.5. Yeah, do I hear a 0.6?
I expect Matty to throw out Bears players to Pete and Packers players to me.
I was honestly thinking that.
Well,
and I'd use it against him.
That would be the best, but then I would... you see, because you guys can't prepare for it, I also can't prepare for you guys. So I wouldn't have known which way you were going to prepare, whether you were going to throw out an odd-even system or a first-second system. So I just kind of kept it above board, and I'm just going to let you guys work on your expertise instead of from your heart. So we'll see how you go.
It's just actually going to be Bears and Packers players.
I was going to say, if you gave Pete like Bears players and then Kev Packers, I'd end up with like lines of like 1.5.
A lot of overs for Tay.
I want to see you make Taylor work. I don't want you to give him a freebie here.
Fair.
Like a Bowdo, like 4.8 for fucking Ferguson or whatever it was.
Oh my God, and he went up and scored a 22 or something, yeah. All right, our first player out of the gate is the number 2 quarterback on the year, Patrick Mahomes, and he is playing against Houston, and it's at home. He's currently quarterback 2. He started 90% of leagues. He's averaging 22.8 points per game at the moment, which might surprise a few people. Let's throw to you, Pete, first. Where do you want to start a bidding line for Patrick Mahomes at home against this Houston's defense?
Oh, what do you reckon, about 18?
All right. I'll go 18.5.
Is this how we're going to do it, really? I'll go 20.
Oh.
Interesting. 20.8.
All right, 21.5.
I want to go under.
Whoa. Okay, so his projection in sleeper at the moment is 20.66. So when Tay went 20.8, I was kind of thinking, oh, yeah, he might have. Tay has famously not been the biggest Mahomes believer all year. Last week was kind of a bit of an anomaly. I thought you might have got him to sit there. So I was just kind of wondering, Pete. But then when he went up, I knew Tay was going to be out. I just knew it.
It's not a Mahomes take. It's the Texans. They haven't given up a top 12 quarterback performance the entire season, and they still didn't last week. So, yeah, I'm just going to keep riding that, and I'll definitely have some takes on the Supercoach pod about that too, because he's literally the most bought-in player this week, and I'm not sure he should be. I think people should have been getting him last week before the Dallas Cowboys matchup. I just don't like this matchup. I know it's at home, but yeah, I don't know. The Texans have just been fucking destroying quarterbacks.
I mean, last week it was Dan Jones, so let's just remember who it was. Oh, well, destroying quarterbacks, destroying Dan Jones, you know.
That's why I allowed him an extra 5 points.
All right, so we've got the world locked in at 21.5 or over against Houston. Now, the reason I started with Mahomes, Tay, I'm going to throw to you first on this one, is because I've gone a stack. I've gone a stack for the first time in the tipping point segment, and I'm going to pair the Mahomes pick with Rashee Rice in the same game at Houston. Now, Rashee Rice has been sensational since he came back, and it's difficult to quantify him when you go, oh, okay, he's been wide receiver, 15 over the year or whatever when he's played all year, because Rashee Rice started so late, but he's been so helpful. It just kind of makes him an interesting player to talk about. Even though he missed half the season to this point, he's still 33rd, but he is also a player who has had an average of 20 PPR points per week in just, game by game, just per game. So with that in mind, where do you want to start with Rashee Rice at home versus Houston? Same game with Patrick Mahomes.
Let's go 11.5.
Yeah, I'll go 13.
No, 14.
Yeah, 15.5.
Yes, Kev. Yes.
16.3.
Woo! 17.2.
I want to go under.
Oh.
That's what
I was wondering how high Kev was going to push him.
Sense. It makes sense because I'm going under a Mahomes. It's like I probably shouldn't be going too high on Rashee Rice.
I mean, Rashee Rice has been averaging 21.7 fantasy points per game. He's currently projected for 16.8 too. So I knew the line being around there in terms of his projection. You're never too excited to go over someone's projection if you haven't sort of already done the bit where you talk them up a bit in a segment like breakouts or something like that. So I was just kind of wondering how far you would go. But I know he's a player that you've been pretty happy to have share of this year. But this Houston defense is what's got you scared?
Yeah, he's awesome. And again, I don't know. It's just funny that you brought up that stack, and it's exactly like a stack that I'm looking to talk to people about on that Supercoach pod, because everyone's bringing in both those guys because of what they did last week. And I just want to tell people that this isn't the Dallas Cowboys fucking defense. It's literally the best defense in the league. Like, they have absolute blue chippers all over the place, and they seem amazing at defending the quarterback and the wide receiver. They're first against quarterbacks and they're fourth against wide receivers. So, look, Rashee Rice, the way he gets things done in the sort of intermediate routes, he can kind of do it against anyone. But yeah, I'm just going to sort of bank on the analysis of the teams they're playing against. And yeah, I'm going to say I don't think Rashee Rice gets a fucking goose egg or anything. I'm just thinking he might have a game where he doesn't get a touchdown, and 17.5 points is a lot of points.
It's a lot of points. All right, so we've got World at 17.2 and over. Nicely played, Kev. And then Mahomes at 21.5 and over for the World. We're going into a running back now. I'd usually go quarterback, running back, but I want to get that stack in. I thought that was a bit of fun. The running back I'm going to pick on here is young Ashton Genty at home against Denver. Denver clearly been one of the better defenses around this year. Ashton Genty getting a lot of volume, but sometimes finding it hard to get the yards on the ground. Super involved in the passing game. So he's not just restricted to the ground game and touchdowns to get his points, which kind of makes him interesting. Pete, what do you want to do with Ashton Genty versus Denver? Sorry, he's also averaging 14.8 fantasy points per week in full PPR, if that helps.
He's been on a roll lately, old Genty. We'll start at 12. Good defense, Denver. You okay, Tay? I think you're 0. I think you'd be 0-2 so far with Mahomes and Rice.
I need a good comeback here.
Yeah.
Here's the comeback.
13.2.
14 on the nose.
14.6.
All right, I'll go under that.
Yeah, fuck, I wanted one more. I almost went under on 14. I'm like, oh. It's weird.
It's a bit like an auction draft. Like you just try and price push, and fuck, I'm stuck with this cunt.
Yeah, that's right.
The one thing I'll give him credit for is he's getting used in the passing game heaps all of a sudden. It's like none of it's like because they can't rely on him to have anything on the ground because his offensive line's a fucking bucket of dicks. So he just runs into the arsehole of his offensive line the entire game. So at least the last few weeks they've got him involved in the passing game. So that's my hope on a full PPR is he can sort of catch his way to fucking 14.
Well, there you go. He's going to have a line of 14.6 against his current average per game of 14.8 and a projection of 15.5 in sleeper against Denver. It'll be an interesting one. I'm looking forward to that one. Division matchups, they often play a bit close as well, so just sort of see how that one goes. I'm going to bring our tight end up now for you, Kev. I'm going to get you to go first on this one because I think I gave Tay the first go on the last time you guys met, and I'm going to give you... your breakout tight end Trey McBride versus the LA Rams.
37.
I'm not going to give you any context here. I'm just going to let you set where you want to go.
Well, he went 110 and 1. How many catches?
Yeah. I'm not going to give you any context.
I'm going to start it at 18.
Yeah, I was going to say, well, didn't I do this last week where you gave me a breakout of mine? I was Juwan Johnson, wasn't it? And I was like, I guaranteed he was going to have like 8 catches or something. And I was like, I can't really set the line below 8 unless he's going to go 8 from minus fucking 5. All right, so 18. Okay. I'm going to go 19 and a half.
You go 22.
Fuck, you can have it. I'm not going high on the tight end. Fuck it.
I was prepared to go to 24, but thanks, I'll take 22.
We took 22? Oh, my God.
Even when I said 19 and a half, I'm like, I know he's fucking awesome, but holy shit. He's tight end. Yeah, but
you watch if he doesn't hit it, Isaac's going to feed it to me because it's his Rams.
Time for mystery meat, guys. Mystery meat between Pete and Kev. Do you want to use this as one that you can confer, or you just Kev and Pete?
I'll trust Pete.
He's a Packers fan. You're a maniac.
I don't trust him about the Packers-Bears game, but he's all right about other things.
Good on
They're up 4-0 already.
Vikings QBs are this year.
Surely they're up 4-0 already.
I've done this a few times this year where I went super flex and have brought up a quarterback. I'm not doing that this time. I've got only an extremely good running back. I brought up Jonathan Taylor at the Jags. He's clearly been just unbelievably powerful this year. He's had a year unlike we've seen for about 5 years. I think 2021, he had that really great year. He scored a lot of touchdowns, had a lot of yards. Here he is currently running back 2 overall up against a Jags defense who they've been more able to be hurt other ways, but it's not like they're stout against the run. But it is in Jacksonville. He's currently averaging 24.8 PPR points per game. Where do you want to start, Pete? With Jonathan Taylor at the Jags.
Well, let's start with 15. Start.
All right, we'll go to 17.
Let's bounce up to 18 and a half.
19.2.
20.2.
I'm going to go under.
Yes. I was like Kev. I would have gone up to 24. Thank you, Taylor.
Which, that's only his average. 24 is not even his average.
What's his average in the last couple of games, though? He's starting to get weird, matchups that aren't amazing.
Yeah. His last 3, before the bye, he had 49 points against Atlanta. but then 8 against Kansas, 15 against Houston.
Yeah.
And prior to that Atlanta game, he had 7 against Pittsburgh, but he had like 37, 34, 23, 31 all before that. So he's just
the
now,
Jags,
for the first time in a long time, starting to hit top 10 against the run fantasy defenses.
The Jags are like so stout against the run. That's just what I'm thinking. And I don't know. He does.
It's only because we can't stop the pass.
That's what I mean, though. I'm like, I feel like it's going to get funneled. That's why I love Tyler Warren in this game. I don't know. You're right. I probably could have held on for a bit longer, but I'm like, fuck it. I'll just plant my flag that he's not going over 20.2.
Right. Yeah, I think they'll stay in the field a lot longer in this game against the Jags, which means I think a few touchdown runs close to the goal line. That's should put in a breakout star. Hey.
It's like if he jags a touchdown or two, then I'm fucked. That's how it is.
Totally possible. Jonathan Taylor, he was projected 22.2 in sleeper against the Jags too. Richie Bennell would love that, 22.2. But you stop at 20.2, which is even better. Yep. The world with 4 overs this week, so looking for some points. Yeah. We've got 3 players with more than 20-point lines. This is so exciting.
Unders has been my secret sauce, though. Like, I've done way better on these weeks than I've got heaps of unders, so we'll see.
Shut up, Tay, you fucked.
That's true. You went.
You're done.
You've got no fucking idea what you're talking about, Taylor.
Nah, that's it.
Someone had to pour the fucking water on our breakouts.
Tay's just being the pessimist. At the first,
someone had to be negative.
I think he took 1 over. I'm like, Tay, why do you hate fantasy players?
I think I was like 1 in 4 in a bunch of my leagues by then. I was just fucking hating life. So I'm bringing everyone else down with me.
Yeah, it's like screw you. Patrick Mahomes versus Houston, a 20.6 projection. No worries. World's got him for 21.5 and over. In the same game stacked with Rashee Rice versus Houston, 16.8's his projection. Don't worry, the world's got you for 17.2 and over. Ashton Jeanty in the same division, but not in the same game versus Denver, 15.5 projection. Taylor gets him on a bit of a bargain maybe at 14.6, kind of like that. The tight end is Trey McBride against the Los Angeles Rams. His projection, I don't think I mentioned this before, is 17.5. World has him for 22 plus, would have gone to 24. See how that one works out. And then Jonathan Taylor, the mystery meat at the Jags, 22.2 projection. World at 20.2, so might have got him on a discount, but we're also willing to go all the way to 24. So those two with a lot of ceiling still left untapped. Currently, the scoreboard looks like this. World, 8 points. Any win in any week between now and week 17 will get it done for them. But Taylor he's just done enough to hang around. He's playing knockout football now. He was 8-4 last week. He's brought it back to 8-5 this week with a 4-1 win over Ian and Manjot. So, mate, you've got to win this week. You've been having a win every week for the last few, really. How do you sort of feel taking all these unders? You feel confident about it?
Mate, about 6 leagues I had to win in last week, and I won them all. So, fuck it. I've been dealing with this shit for a while, mate. Let's fucking go. These guys are wankers.
He's not scared of you guys. How do you feel about
that? Shaking in my boots.
World wankers.
Pete's terrified, Tay.
Shaking in my boots.
That brings us to the end of the Friday show. Pete, Kev, I'm going to need your help on Sunday. You're willing to come back and do a bit of starts of the week. And also, we've got a great rivalry game for you guys to talk about. You looking forward to it?
The Kyle Monongo Legacy game.
Yeah, let's do it. Oh, it's going to be great.
Monona guy. Monona guy.
See, Tay's looking forward to it. You can find us everywhere that you get podcasts, and also our brothers on the G'day Gridiron podcast. You'll find them midweek. You'll find them again on Saturdays. You'll also find Taylor and I doing the Super Coach Halfer. You know what you'll still find this week is Manjot and I calling the American Football ACT Capital Bowl on Saturday. So make sure you find us on YouTube at American Football ACT for that one. The Wolves in their last game ever, trying to go a 3-peat, and against the Centurions team who've been in the last 7 grand finals. It's going to be one to catch. So, fellas, with all that said, we'll catch you all on Sunday. Hooroo.
Who fucking roo? Let's go.
Bear down.
Go, Pack, go.
The Aussie NFL Fantasy Show. Thanks to the Aussie Gridiron Network, Australia's home for NFL and Australian gridiron content. Discover everything the network has to offer, including G'day Gridiron, Pastry Press, NFL, and Aussie Gridiron Today. Buy merch and win free stuff. Visit the mothership at linktree/Aussie Gridiron Network. Hooroo!